So, Cotillion,
Yes.
are you a bad enough dude?
It's
Seems
like
unlikely.
2 Dwellests and a Dolled-Dwellest. I assume that's his name. I'm not gonna look at it out of principle. That's just not how we do things here.
It's definitely
I don't
not.
look at things.
Leveled up.
Like, we don't look at the correct names of enemies in Resonance of Fate. That's not what we came here to do.
What did we come here to
facts.
do?
Why did we come here? Why are we here?
I like that you airborne that guy for some reason. And
So I
that
felt
guy.
I mean,
for some
gun
reason.
physics are pretty powerful.
Leveled up. Oh.
In some ways, doesn't it seem remarkable that this game came from Japan and not America?
Yeah, it's a fair point, because guns.
Yeah. Like, I don't know Japan to have a terrible fascination with guns. Whereas, like, America is, like, fairly specifically known for that.
Yeah, it's true.
Although the
It's
story
like
is
if
clearly Japanese.
Yeah, it's like somebody told...
Oh, no. Oh, crap.
That was your plan, right?
Uh-huh.
That seemed about right.
Well, on the plus side, it did not use a bezel. It did, however,
true.
suck up all my resonance points, so that's
Yeah,
not
you may
actually
want to
a
just
plus side.
restart.
restart.
that.
You,
Yeah,
you
you should
certainly are entitled to not restart, but you might just want to restart.
We have now learned that Cotillion is not a bad enough dude.
Quiet you. This
I
is a
was pretty sure I
motivational
wasn't,
stream,
so-
except that it's not a stream, and also, we probably aren't going to motivate anyone to do anything other than turn this off because of the mess that I've made that Cotillion must now clean up.
No, he's doing a great job. I'm proud of us all.
I don't think she would
I'm
run
particularly proud of the professor, although she wouldn't know this because she's not there.
She's not here.
Look at that dog. Can we just grab it and leave? We're so close to it.
This is a good point.
into- By the way, its name is Dolled-Up Dwellest.
Oh my god, it is. Does
Oh my
it
God,
also
that's
have
amazing.
just like a little bit of like gaudy clown makeup on? 'Cause I feel like it should. I hope later on there's a similar like higher level one that's like Night on the Town Dwellest, and it's got like just like a vague shape of a dress instead of just that weird bodice thing.
Oh, you gunsed him.
You gunsed him over and out.
Oh, you broke his gauge.
Like, I dropped some quality meat. Is this how we're supposed to get quality meat? Is this encounter that's probably technically too high level for us?
It seems reasonable. That didn't work the way I wanted it to.
Well, it did
You
something.
don't know that. I mean, he did
I
go
would-
down.
You might want to just do that again.
Just like cancel switch.
Yeah. Circle or something.
Yeah, circle and then switch back to the end would do it.
Dude. And why would I? Why?
I don't know, you were trying to break off that limb or something? That did not do it.
Nope.
Leanne is gonna have a time.
What kind of time?
That kind of time.
Oh, that kind of time.
Yeah. I don't know what you do here, pal. I'm sorry.
Do you think she's into that? Because
She
like I
might
don't
be.
want to. The Hyper RPG Twitch channel that my sister used to do like a bunch of stuff for. I think they were the ones who originated this expression. It was the first place I heard it. But I don't want to yuck their yum yum.
Ah, my the professor's had a child that she nannied for who would say, "Don't yuck on my yum."
Really?
That's
I wonder if there's something
uncomfortable.
else like propagating that then.
Yeah, I don't know. There
It seems
must be
unlikely
something
that
to
would
it.
have come from the same source. But in a way, it's basically the politically correct way of saying you don't want to kink shame, right? Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of expected that.
Yeah. Oh, got there.
I don't understand that tactic from them. That like professional
throwing
wrestler
yourself.
like twirl jump thing. Like I don't fully understand.
Yes, get another one. Yes! That was hot.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
yuck
think this
yuck
is
that.
correct.
Yeah, maybe
I
switch
mean,
the
it's 3
direction.
points.
I don't know.
I think I do this.
Oh yeah, no, that's the right move for sure. And then a triangle.
I would try to make sure his endpoint is a little bit closer to the guy, just so that like people, something like that.
Yeah, you don't want to be too
Just
close to
'cause
the
I want
wall
people
either.
to be,
You
like,
can run into
close
the
to
wall.
him. Yeah. But like that's about right. Something over there.
Yeah.
Just because I think
Good
that'll
luck.
give people enough running time close to him that it will do what you want.
I don't know where I jumped.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Felt like it.
you probably would have gotten more if you had jumped at the end.
Yeah, this is fine. We're not min-maxing, although we could probably say to be min-maxing at this exact moment.
Yeah. 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 Mhm.
Brep.
This was his last mistake, apparently.
I suppose letting everyone charge up some amount is good, because like breaking gauges
Yeah, it gives you
gives
more,
more chances
opportunity
for bezels. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an extremely high chance, in fairness.
Jeez.
Oh, so they all ran into the wall, didn't they?
Yeah.
That thing I said. that-
Sure did.
But was this the
Well-
point that we were worried about, or a different point?
No, it was a different point. That was where Vacheron was.
That's weird.
That'll-
I didn't
if
feel
you
like
can
he
get
was
that
close
limb-
enough that should have happened.
That's right. I think that's oh, no, maybe it's after a gauge break. Oh, yeah, it is after a gauge break.
The scratch one, yeah.
Ah, poopy. Alright, well. Here we go again.
Hooray! Everybody's having fun!
So, the moral of the story is don't run all the way to a wall. Yeah.
I thought the moral of the story was don't fuck up Vasco.
Well, that
That's
too.
the moral of most of the stories I'm involved in.
Leveled up.
Looks like you still got some catching up to do.
This is not going to be a successful strategy.
Well, it's worth a shot. You never know. Might do something.
It would really help if we had a unicorn horn. Don't you think?
I mean, everything's better with a unicorn horn.
Right? Like, what isn't better with a unicorn? I mean, I guess technically if you give a unicorn horn, then it's a bicorn, and it's, like, not as exciting.
And it's also
like,
a really
scarier,
gross
though, right?
name.
Yeah.
A bicorn? I don't want a bicorn. That
Yeah,
seems
you
like
don't
a
really
foot-
want that,
like a
right?
foot issue.
Like, it shouldn't... Like, it shouldn't be such a drastic change, but, like, you don't want that. You don't want a bicorn.
No, I definitely don't want it.
So, I guess what we're determining here is that the correct number of unicorn horns is 1, but everything should have 1. Everybody gets 1, as it were.
Yeah, everybody gets one. Absolutely.
I don't know how we ended up
Focus
here in the
gauge.
conversation,
Leveled up.
but... Yeah.
Hey man, it's all good. It's where we should be, really.
It's been a while since I've gotten a narwhal to add to my couch. There aren't as
You
many
need any-
great narwhals as I would like.
Can you list some great narwhals? Are there great narwhals of
I
history?
mean, like, I mostly meant, like, ones that look good in the background of my apartment while I'm live streaming. But
I like the
could
idea
name-
of there being great narwhals of history, though.
I mean, there's that narwhal from Elf that tells Buddy that he hopes he finds his dad. That's a pretty great narwhal. I like that narwhal a lot. I believe his name is literally Mr. Narwhal.
That seems right. So... Interesting.
Cotillion has some like leet strat of like planning ahead and like saving his like penultimate bezel usage. I'm not sure if I'm smart enough to follow it.
It hasn't
That
gone to
turned out
plan.
unfortunately.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
So Cotillion, on a scale of 1 to murder, how much do you hate Vasco right now?
Not his
There's got to be
fault.
something past murder. I feel like murder's like the middle of the scale, right?
Really frustrating to me that they put that tile right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my thing. It's like, I
mean,
take
they-
responsibility for, yeah, I fucked up, but at the same time, like, if this isn't something we should be doing at the same level as that rebel suppression, they shouldn't be, like, literally touching. That seems like a design
I think it was intended for this to happen. I think they wanted us to like run into these guys.
I don't... I mean, maybe
Why would
that's true.
Why would
I
they
don't
put
get
them
the
next to each
impression-
other otherwise?
But, like, it just... The game isn't generally designed... Like, there's a high difficulty curve, but there aren't a lot of, like... plot-essential difficulty curve jumps that basically fuck your save file.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's the issue why we're fighting through this, because we didn't save because it was, like, all in the middle of one, like,
Yeah.
half-hour installment. Like, if we had just, like, saved before coming down here, like, we would
This
just
wouldn't have been a
reload the
problem.
save.
Right.
But, like, then we're in this shitty situation of, like, replay, like, most of a half hour, or, like, beat this really difficult thing.
Right.
And, like, there are certain games that do that, but I would posit that generally speaking, this game doesn't do that sort of thing. Air quotes,
Cotillion, you should try to
intentionally.
jump at the end of this. No, you did. Okay, good. Well done.
He's walking.
Well done indeed.
Is it triangle time?
Oh, it's triangle
think-
time.
I think it's triangle time.
Yeah. Don't blink.
Which time of day is most triangular? Is it 3:33 or is it something cleverer than that?
That's pretty clever. I think that might be it. There is no 666.
It's true. Instead, that's 7:06. And that
not as
just
good.
doesn't feel triangular at all.
Well, 7's got kind of a triangular feel to it.
I guess... I don't know, it feels kind of biangular, you know?
It's true.
Like it could use another unicorn horn to round it out.
That's a fair point.
And by round, I mean angle it out. Very specifically, I mean a pointed angle.
He's hard to miss, apparently.
But I love to watch him leave. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
I'm saying I got a thing for that Dolled-Up Dwellest. Mrow.
What will you do?
Not this
ballsy.
I don't know, I was thinking of asking him
Want a
out.
better-
Oh, Cotillion, never mind, sorry.
I just want a better look at his gauges.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Oh,
yeah, I
that,
want a better
that
look
one.
at his gauges too, you know what I'm saying?
That one closest to Lien might actually go if you're cool about it.
It'll...
But I don't know where that gets you. You use up a bezel to get a bezel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You might
If
be
only
better
we could
off.
give a
just
cookie
like,
to get a cookie. You know?
I know, right? Hey, I got cookies at home. Oh man, I'm totally getting some cookies when we're done with this.
Today is National Cookie Day. I went and got some cookies.
Oh really? Good
Yeah.
call.
I've been generally
call.
good about not keeping cookies around, but then someone was like, "You're incentivized to get cookies for arbitrary reasons." I was like, "Well, I gotta get cookies then." That's...
Arbitrary reason seems pretty good.
Yeah, arbitrary reason is like the best kind of reason, because all I need is a reason. I don't need a good reason.
Nice. Well done. He's specifically turning so that you cannot hit that one limb. He's not laughing, you guys.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Go for it, maybe? Or run up real close and then go for it?
Now I'm packing heat.
Okay.
Is his other limb weak enough that this helps?
Now I'm packing heat.
It's not a 0 chance. The one on the far side?
You shouldn't make
I
fun.
don't know.
We'll see.
Hey! That did
That was
something.
interesting. Is that what Molotov Cocktail's special move is? Is extra gauge break?
No,
Doesn't seem
Molotov
familiar
Cocktail
for some reason.
burns, which adds consistent scratch damage.
Oh yeah, it's
Hey,
like scratch damage
hey!
over time.
Look what you have done! Look what you have done!
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing, Tech? Everything is fine and normal, and nothing out of the ordinary has occurred.
You got there. Yes? What? Oh, okay.
It's like everything's right where I want it. Run directly into the wall now.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Toss it. Or you could triangle.
You could triangle,
But if you do...
because
yeah.
you'd lose the resonance point either way if you were simply gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our lives. I just want to point out that this is like a language we all understand.
Yeah, I know.
You
We don't even have
could
to finish the
triangle,
sentence.
because you lose
There you
the
go.
points either way. I feel like they
that-
should teach this in middle school. Like this makes geometry like way more interesting.
You're not wrong.
How does this one work again?
How does the flaming bottle work? Do I drink out of it?
I see you.
He saw him.
So here's the thing. If Vacheron gets hit, you're F. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, I think this is what you do. Yeah.
Hey, that works too. How did you miss that? Oh well, he's dead.
There was a limb in the way. Nice
Well done,
bridal
sir.
doll, bro.
Yeah, well done.
I posit
Yeah,
we
you
should
know.
go turn it in and save because that fucking sucked. But good job, man. You did a great job.
And power
Oh,
outage.
forgot you had
Yeah, I was gonna say like, and it froze. Damn it. But seriously, it's kind of fucked up to put that there. Like, just
No, it's yeah.
being
But,
real.
I
Like
mean,
that's probably not. Like I fucked that up. I'm not saying like, oh, I didn't fuck up by not paying enough attention, but like that probably shouldn't be that way.
I mean, like considering how close it was, like they clearly did that on purpose. Let's be honest.
I mean,
There's a
maybe,
leader.
but like it's. I don't know. My impression is that like the dick moves of this game are on a different level than that. That's such like a low-level troll move that like it
Yeah.
just feels beyond the game designers of this.
But why else would they do it? Like they had to choose a place for that guy. I don't think it was an
I don't know.
oversight.
I can't answer that. I'm not a smart enough dude to answer that.
This must be my lucky day.
It's her lucky day.
That like wasn't even words. That was just like guttural death,
Indeed.
which is my new death metal band.
Guttural death.
Guttural death.
Give us something good. I know you won't.
You
Nope,
probably.
he won't.
Oh, you're not
Wait,
gonna let me read
was it-
that, Daniel?
Sorry.
Was it
yeah.
me?
You remember that doll you brought me before, right? Oh, my granddaughter just loved it! If you find any more out there in your travels, I'll happily take them off your hands. Okay, well, don't worry. I'll make it worth your while. Oh,
Indeed.
you've brought a doll by. Would you be willing to part with it then?
Nah.
Give him the doll? Oh, thank you. I'm sure my granddaughter will love it. This is for you. Please take it.
Great.
It's a flame-resistant vest.
We got a
not the worst
flame-resistant
thing.
vest.
If you find any more dolls out there in your travels, I'll happily take them off your hands.
What does he give you when you get the max dolls?
Don't worry, I'll make it worth your while.
Oh, God, how do we make this stop? How do we never come back here again?
The only way to make it stop is by giving him all the dolls, so we have to keep doing. Like it gets worse before it gets better, is what I'm saying.
Or
You want
we
to save
could
on
just
this random
never give him
overworld
any
save
more
station that we
dolls.
created?
I like
No, we
my
can't.
idea better.
No, my idea is much better.
Is it though?
It is the best idea.
Is it though?
Are you telling me you don't want to be friends with Sad Daniel? He just needs a friend. Why are you being like this? In his time of need.
Indeed.
This is why you and I aren't friends and are instead some sort of amalgam of business partners or something.
Yes. Business, business, business.
A profitable season time to you both.
Ah, profitable season time to you as well, sir. Don't forget the guns. You forgot.
What? I forgot.
You forgot the guns.
Someone on the Discord was joking the last time we posted an episode of being like, yeah, I'm sure if you guys keep like playing this game the way you are, eventually you'll figure out some like completely OP strategy with knives and it'll just like completely tear through the game. I was like, do you think there's like a knife launcher? Maybe there's a knife launcher.
There might be a knife launcher.
Seems possible.
Complete non sequitur. Neither of you have ever played Final Fantasy VIII, right?
I have.
I have not.
Have you? Do you recall? I forget her name, but like one of the characters has like a dog companion, and like her weapon is this like wrist-mounted like blade launching device, and like her special move is that the dog jumps on the launcher and you fire the dog at people. Like a
Sounds
missile.
familiar to me, yes.
Like a dog missile.
That's exactly the kind of missile that I want.
I know this about you. That's why I brought it up. I figured you would appreciate that. I will say, I've played much of Final Fantasy VIII, and it really doesn't leave an impression.
I
Okay,
like
then.
8.
Maybe I have played it and I forgot.
It's entirely possible that you've, like, beaten it and don't remember anything about it. I mean, like, there are certain things about it that are kind of memorable. Like, I remember things about it. But, like, I've played a lot of hours of it, and I feel like I remember, like, 2.5 hours of the game tops.
I like 8. I saw recently, I don't know if you guys are aware, that Square Enix announced that they're releasing a, like a Final Fantasy collection.
Ooh, I hadn't heard about that.
Oh, really?
It has 7, 9, 10, 10-2, and then a bunch of the like portable titles, Crystal Chronicles, and I think
So
World
something
of...
akin to, like, the modern games minus 8, because nobody seems to particularly like
Well,
8.
see, the thing that I saw, that I read, was that
Yeah.
they didn't include 8 because 8 and 9 were, or maybe it was 7 and 8, I can't remember. There were 2 being made at the same time, 8 was one of them.
Yeah.
And they were being made by 2 different teams, and they were just trying to get games out. Like, it was kind of their last-ditch effort to get money, so it must have been 7 and 8. It was kind of their last-ditch effort to just make money before the company went down.
Yeah, like, hasn't, like, Final Fantasy as a series, like, almost ended, like, 3 or 4 times? Like, literally, I believe the name, the reason it was called Final Fantasy in the first place is it was, like, the last game that the studio was doing before presuming
Yes.
bankruptcy. And then, like, it just turned out to be, like, really hugely successful, and they're like, well, alright, I guess we'll keep making games then.
I was not aware of this this happening.
I mean, like, that was, like, a way long time ago. That was when the first Final Fantasy came out.
But anyway, the reason 8 isn't included is because they did such a poor job of like maintaining all of their things that they don't have good source files for it.
Oh, I was wondering
that's
about
actually
that.
really interesting.
Yeah, that is really interesting.
That's very interesting. Similar note, I don't know if it's actually released or if they just released, like, info on it. Because I started seeing reviews for the PlayStation Classic, you know, like the NES Classic and the SNES Classic.
Yeah.
And the reviews are not favorable.
Really?
People are
Interesting.
not impressed. Mostly, like, it turns out, like, they're using emulation the same way that the NES and SNES Classic are, but they're, like, not enabling some of the features from it for, like, general player use. And also,
Right.
they're, like, the source ones they're using are, like, the PAL versions, which, like, run a little worse.
Oh.
And, like, don't look as clean. And it's just, like, basically, like, everything's, like, a little shittier than it ought to be. And, like, the game selection, in my opinion, isn't, like, amazing.
I mean,
So
like so I didn't have an original PlayStation. I had a PS2. That was my first Sony console.
yeah.
I had an N64 before that. So I'm trying to think of what games I would want to play on the PS1.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's
Crash
fair.
Bandicoot is probably their biggest title,
I
right?
think one of the Crash Bandicoot games is on there, but I might even
Like
be wrong
Shadows
about
of the Empire was pretty big on
there's like
PS1.
there's like one of the Tekken games. I think Final Fantasy VII's on there. Like Puzzle Fighter 2. There's a bunch of things that sound like really that.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I kind of
just,
agree with you. I
it's
mean,
not
for
the
me,
same.
like I didn't have a PS1 until like really late in the cycle, but I did play a couple of games through something called Bleem, which might be super illegal. I definitely didn't know this at the time, and I don't remember how we acquired it. But it was like a CD that you put into your computer and it'd run for a minute. It's like, alright, give me a PlayStation game. And then you put it in, you play it on your PC. So it was like some kind of like emulation virtual console thing. Like, before that was like sort of a thing people did.
I don't even know if I've heard of that. That's crazy.
So I don't think most people have. It's pretty weird. But I played like a couple games that way. One of them was Spyro. Like, to me, Spyro was a big deal.
Oh yeah, I suppose Spyro is it's like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot were the two.
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
Oh, you got a trophy called Hero Actor.
I'm really curious what exactly that is. Is it like
probably
certain
just
number
like
of
for
hero
farm-
actions in one battle
Yeah.
or something?
It might just be like certain number of hero actions total.
Oh, it could. Yeah, it could just be that.
We have no way of finding this out, so
Nope, there's just no way.
nope, it's not possible.
So the biggest issue that I have with the PlayStation Classic is that the PS1 was kind of like home of the JRPG, and a lot of the JRPGs aren't on the PS1 Classic.
Yes.
And even
I think I
beyond
agree with that
JRPGs,
too.
games like Parasite Eve, which were iconic PlayStation 1 games, are not on the North American release, but they
Yeah.
are on the Japanese release.
Oh.
Oh. Because like when I think of like epic memorable, because like I agree, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro are sort of like all-purpose ones. I think Final Fantasy VII sort of counts in both categories
Sure.
because it was a big deal, and I think it's been a while since I've played it, but I remember liking it a lot.
Yeah.
But like I also think of stuff like Legend of Dragoon, which was like 5 discs or some shit. It took like a goddamn million hours to play, but it was awesome. It was so cool.
I would like an N64 classic. I'd play the hell out of that.
I feel like I heard something recently where they were sort of like, Nintendo basically says no plans to do this in the immediate future.
Yeah, that's not surprising to me.
It's not terribly
why.
surprising. I
But,
could see
like-
it happening someday for sure, but it doesn't feel close.
But like Mario 64, GoldenEye, original
Oh, yeah.
Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Like what else? Like I mean, Perfect Dark, but that's basically just a
To be-
GoldenEye clone.
To be... Original Smash Brothers was a Super Nintendo game, just FYI.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Original Smash Brothers was a Super Nintendo... Oh.
You're lying. You're
I
lying.
am
to
lying.
your teeth.
I'm just crazy. Don't mind me. I'm just saying. I'm
Look,
just here.
leave the man
just
alone.
go
He's doing
inventory manage
inventory
over
manage.
there.
I want to point out that not only is Cotillion doing inventory management right now, he's doing inventory management basically for my sake after already beating the boss square that I fucked up on.
Yep. Taking,
I feel like
taking
he
2
deserves-
for the team.
I think he deserves a raise of about 50% of the nothing we're paying him. Like a,
Yeah,
a
I agree.
decent sized raise.
I agree.
Is what I'm
agree.
thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. I mean,
like, what else would be like the key? Because like Mario 64 is obviously super important.
right. So Mario 64 gotta have GoldenEye.
GoldenEye definitely, yeah.
OG Mario Kart. Or Mario
Well,
Kart 64,
OG
whatever
Mario
it's called.
Kart is
Yeah,
actually a
that's for-
Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, so Mario Kart 64.
But Mario
I
Kart
guess?
64 is the one most people think of, so I think, yeah, that would probably go on there.
I mean, I mentioned Perfect Dark, but that's basically just a GoldenEye clone, so probably not
I
that.
could, yeah, maybe not that. Like, it just wasn't quite as popular, but, like, it was a well-known game.
What was that game? I think
Maybe,
this was
like,
for
Donkey
N64.
Kong 64? Oh, Banjo-Kazooie for fucking sure. Everyone knows Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, yeah, good call. What was the game? I think it was for N64. You were like a brother and sister, like alien.
Jet
and
Force
you were on-
Gemini?
Jet Force Gemini.
Boom!
That shit right there.
After like 3 words, I knew what you were talking about. I love that
Yeah.
game. I don't think I ever finished it because it was too hard for me.
Yeah, I don't
It
think I
wasn't a
ever
hard
finished it
game,
either.
but it was too hard for me at the time.
Did you ever play, what's that? I think it was a PS2 game. Fuck, what's it called? It was kind of absurd. There was, like, you played as, like, 3 different characters. You played as, like, a doctor who would, like, do, like, you know, point-and-click adventure style, like, combining of items to, like, solve problems. You played as, like, a dog with a lot of guns. And then you played as, like, a dude with a weird, like, flight suit who would do jumping puzzles. Does this sound familiar to you at all? Either of
Like,
you?
vaguely?
If you need something crafted,
I'm not sure if
No.
I've played whatever this
It
is,
was
but the
really
idea sounds
fun.
kind of familiar. You said it was PS2, you think?
Yeah. Dog person with I'm suddenly knowing. Hang on.
Okay. It's fine. My air conditioner is making ghost noises again because it's fucking haunted. Also, I think my toaster's haunted. I think I, like, angered a vengeful spirit.
if you need anything else, you know where to find me.
That might just be about the extent of what we can do right now.
Probably.
Yeah, you might be right.
I think I mentioned to you guys I've been watching this this
Oh, I found
playthrough
it.
of Daggerfall, which is like an old Elder Scrolls game. And what's really amusing to me is, like, a big part of the plot is about, like, a king somewhere in the world was, like, murdered and it's a big deal and you're supposed to try and figure out why. But, like, every time you go to the city that he reigned over at night, like, the first thing that happens is you just hear, like, this bad audio file shout, like, vengeance! And it's his, like, restless spirit just, like, constantly fucking shouting in the town. And for some reason, it's always funny to me. Just, like, go there, vengeance!
Well,
The
I
game
think
was
we're
called
gonna have to-
MDK2.
Oh, what? That you played with 3 people in that? I remember
Three-
MDK too, and I don't remember doing that.
That
Yeah, there were
name
3
sounds
characters.
vaguely familiar, but I definitely never played it, and I'm not sure.
Oh, it
I'm
was
not
so good. It was so good.
Well, I think Tech is gonna have to finish the rest of the Rebels next time.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And, I don't know, maybe start the mission. There's a chapter mission, right, of some description?
Some kind of
Nah.
mission, yeah.
Nah. Not happening.
In fact, forget the Rebels. Let's start our own casino with hookers and the Forest of Idols.
Yes! Let's do
Seems-
it!
Seems right.
Join us then.
You have to ask how much it is you can't afford.
See, that one I understand. I feel like that one, it's like the same concept, but I feel like that one applies differently, because it's like, if you have to have any consideration for the amount of money you're spending, you can't have this gold-plated yacht. You just can't do it.
Wait, I can't have the gold-plated yacht?
Not if the thing I said earlier. No.
But I wanted it. Maybe it's a boat.
Yeah, I mean,
It might be.
It
might
is
be
a boat. In this case, there's actually no uncertainty. It is a boat. We're talking about buying a boat. We understand this, right?
No, you said yacht.
You did say yacht.
mean-
Could be a boat.
Yeah, but
I don't know if that's a boat or not.
what else would it be?